So today in this class we will talk about the transformation of trigonometric formula. We can transform the product of trigonometric ratio of the angles into the sum or difference of the trigonometric ratio of the compound angles and vice versa. So we're going to derive the formula for trigonometric transformation of trigonometric formula in sum or difference. So the base for this formula is the compound angles. So we start with the compound angles at first. Let's say sine a plus b equals to, we know the formula, sine a into cos b plus cos a into sine b. This is the formula of sine a plus b. Let us suppose this to be equation 1. And in number 2, let us say sine a minus b. The formula is sine a into cos b minus cos a into sine b. This is equation 2. Let us also go to formula of cos a plus b. The formula of cos a plus b is cos a into cos b minus sine a into sine b. Let us suppose this to be equation 3. Now equation 4 is cos a minus b. The formula is cos a into cos b plus sine a into sine b. So these are the four formula of sum or difference of sine a plus b, sine a minus b, cos a plus b and cos a minus b. Now what we are going to do is, let us add equation 1 and 2. Let us add equation 1 and 2. Adding equation 1 and equation 2. Let's see what we get by adding equation 1 and equation 2. You have in the left hand side, what you have is sine a plus b plus sine a minus b. We are adding equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1, in the left hand side of equation 1 you have sine a plus b, and in the left hand side of equation 2 you have sine a minus b. So we are adding them equals to. Now we also have to add the right hand side. Adding the right hand side will give you sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. This is from the equation 1. Plus we are adding the equation 2 is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Now after adding it, we get that, what we get? We get sine a plus b plus sine a minus b equals to, now see we have some like terms here, sine a into cos b plus sine a into cos b. When you add them, you'll have here 2 sine a cos b. Now if you can, now we have also cos a plus b, cos a into sine b minus cos a into sine b. When you cancel this plus cos a into sine b and minus cos a into sine b, nothing is left here. So this is equation 5. I call the equation 5. This is equation 5. How did we get equation 5? This is one of the formula of transformation in sum. This is equation 5, where we have got what sine a plus b plus sine a minus b is. Now let us subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. Okay, I am subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. Now let us see what we get by subtracting. We get okay, now this is one of the formula that which you need to copy this one. We have sine a plus b plus sine a minus b is 2 sine a cos b. We got this by adding equation 1 and 2. Now let us subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Now subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. Okay, what you have in the equation 1 is sine a plus b. You are subtracting equation 2 minus sine a minus b. We have subtracted the right hand side. Now we have we have subtracted the left hand side. Now we also have to subtract the right hand side. In the right hand side you have sine a plus b, sine a cos b plus cos a sine b minus, when you subtract you need to change the sign, sine a cos b. Now this minus changes to plus cos a sine b. We have subtracted the left hand side also, we have subtracted the right hand side also. We got this by subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. Now when we subtract, we can also see some like terms. See, sine a plus b minus sine a minus b is in the left side. Let's see what is in the right side. You have sine into cos b minus sine into cos b, they will get cancelled, and you have cos into sine b plus cos into sine b, which gives you 2 cos A sin B. So this is the difference of sin A plus B and sin A minus B. So we got this by subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. Now let us go to equation 3 and equation 4. Okay, now let us add equation 3 and equation 4. And let's see what we get in by adding equation 3 and equation 4. So adding equation 3 and equation 4. Now when you add equation 3 and equation 4, it comes to be cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. This is the left hand side. Cos A plus B plus cos A minus B equals to, the right hand side is cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B. We are adding, so we don't need to change the sign. It is not necessary to change the sign when we don't have to change the sign when we add the terms. Okay, now this is the left hand side addition, this is the right hand side addition. Now when you add, we can see that some sin A into sin B and sin A into sin B being negative and positive sign, they will get cancelled. So after being cancelled, what we can see is we have cos A plus B plus cos A minus B as 2 cos A into cos B. Okay, I am naming it at equation 6. Okay, we have 4, we had 5 and 6, and let it be 7. Okay, this is equation 7. So this equation we got it by adding equation 3 and equation 4. This is the sum of cos A plus B and cos A minus B. Now we will subtract equation 3 from equation subtracting equation 3 from equation 4. Okay, from equation 4, or you can just reverse it also. Reversing this will be quite easier. Let's see. So we are subtracting equation 4 from equation 3. So when you subtract, let's see what we get. Okay, now what you have in equation from equation 3 means you have tried equation 3 at first. So cos A plus B minus cos A minus B. We have subtracted the left hand side of equation 4 and equation 3. Now we have to subtract the right hand side of equation 4 and equation 3. Now from equation 3 we have tried equation 3 at first. Cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B. Since we are subtracting, we need to change the sign. Cos A into cos B, the sign is plus, so it will be minus cos A into cos B. And you have plus sin A into sin B, which will change into minus sin A into sin B. So or we can say that cos A plus B minus cos A minus B changed to B. Now you can see the terms here, cos A into cos B minus cos A into cos B, plus cos A into cos B and minus cos A into cos B becomes cancel. Now we have minus sin A into sin B minus sin A into sin B, so which can be written as minus 2 sin A into sin B. Now if you multiply it both sides by minus, okay, let me talk on this again. Okay, so this is cos A plus B, cos A minus B. The cos A plus B as the formula cos A into cos B minus sin A into sin B, minus the formula of cos A minus B is cos into cos B plus sin A into sin B. But when you subtract it, the sign gets changed. I repeat one more time, you have minus cos A into cos B. So when you have minus cos A into cos B, the sign for these terms get changed. So when you change the sign of this term, you have cos A into cos B plus here, you have cos A into cos B minus here. You have plus sin A into sin B here, you will have minus sin A into sin B. So finally we get that cos A plus B minus cos A minus B as minus 2 sin A into sin B. Now so as to change this minus 2 sin A into sin B, we can simply interchange their position. If you change their position, this minus 2 sin A into sin B changes into plus 2 sin A into sin B. So let's change the position. This happens because we multiplied both of the terms by minus. So when you multiply both of the terms by minus, then both of the side by minus, then we will get this thing. See, I'm multiplying both side by minus, this side also, this side also. So multiplying the left side by minus, we get this one, and multiplying the right side by minus, minus into minus gives you plus, and you'll have here 2 sin A into sin B. So these are the formula for transformation in sum or difference of sin A plus B, sin A minus B, cos A plus B, cos A minus B. Now again, with the help of this formula, I'm calling the last formula as equation 8. I'm calling this as equation 8. Let it be equation 8. So if you suppose this to be an equation 8, With the help of this equation 4, 5, with the help of equation 5, 6, 7 and 8, we will get the transformation of trigonometric formula in terms of in product form. So I'm using that formula right now. So now here, with the help of the previous equation 5, 6, 7 and 8, we are going to derive the equation. We are going to form the equation in transformation in product form. So let us start the problem. So transformation in product form. So before starting the problem, let us before deriving the formula, let us suppose that let a plus b be c. We suppose a plus b as c, and we suppose a minus b as d. So we are supposing a plus b as c and a minus b as d. So I'm calling it equation 9 and equation 10. We have up to equation 8 here. I call it equation 9 and equation 10. So I am adding this equation 9 and 10. So adding equation 9 and 10. Let's see what we get by adding these two. So when you add, we have to add the left hand side and right hand side. So on adding the left hand side, we have a plus b plus a minus b. On adding the right hand side, you have c plus d. So plus b and minus b gets cancelled. So we'll have here 2a equals to c plus d. So a equals to c plus d by 2. We will get this by adding equation 9 and 10. So what happens when subtracting equation 9 and 10? Subtracting equation equation 9, otherwise equation, we are subtracting equation 9 from 10. So your equation 9 is a plus b minus equation 10 is a minus b equals to, we have here c minus d, 9 from 10. So when you solve it, we'll get a plus b minus a plus b equals to c minus d. So therefore plus a minus a cancel, 2b equal to c minus d. So b equals to c minus d divided by 2. Now what we just need to do is to replace these value, replace the value of a plus c by c, a plus b by c, replace the value a minus b by d, and replace a by c plus d by 2, and replace b by c minus d by 2. So when you do so, let's see what we get. Now let's remember what we have done here. We have a plus c, b equals to c. We have a minus b equals to d. We have a equals to c plus d by 2. And we have b equals to c minus d by 2. So we got these things here. Now let us substitute this value there. Let us substitute this value in equation 5, 6, 7, 8. Now putting this value in equation 5, let's see. You have sine a plus b. What is a plus b here? C. So you have sine c plus sine. You have a minus b. What is a minus b here? D. Sine c plus sine d equals to 2 sine. In place of a, what is the value of a? C plus d by 2. C plus d by 2. And what is the value of b? C minus d by 2. So this is the formula in product form. 2 sine c plus d by 2 dot cos c minus d by 2. Okay, now let us put it in equation 6. You have sine a plus b, which you can write into sine c, minus sine a minus b, which you can write into sine d. You have 2 cos a. Cos a, in place of a we can write here c plus d by 2. And in place of b we can write here c minus d by 2. We substituted this value in equation 2. Now doing the same thing for equation 7, you have cos a plus b can be written as c, cos plus cos a minus b can be written as d, equals to 2 cos, the value of a is c plus d by 2, the value of a is c plus d by 2, and the value of b is c minus d by 2. So lastly, as in equation 8, we have in place of cos a minus b you can write here d, minus cos, in place of cos a plus 2 you can write here c, equals to 2 sin a cos sin b. So in place of a we have to write here c plus d by 2, and in place of b we have to write here c minus d by 2. So we get this formula. So previously we have obtained the trigonometric formula in the form of product and sum, and these are the formula of trigonometric transformation of trigonometry in the product form. So this is quite more important for you to understand how the formula has come. If you do so, then it will be easy for you to memorize the formula as well. So in today's class we talked about the transformation of trigonometric formula. I hope that you all are cleared, not that complicated. It all starts from the compound angle formula, and with the help of compound angle you can find the trigonometric transformation in sum or difference, and from the trigonometric transformation in sum or difference we can find it in a product form. So this is all we have to learn right now.